All right, since we do not have a chair, I guess I will put that hat on briefly to get us started. So we need someone to take notes because we also, all three of our positions are vacant of chair, vice chair, and secretary. So would anyone like to volunteer to take notes on a temporary basis?
Should I do it? I can do it again.
If you're okay.
Okay. And I
It's
actually
so
have my
good.
work stuff with me, so I have a computer.
Anybody need a pen?
Ish.
Oh yeah,
Extra
does anyone need a
pens
pen?
I
Or are we
can
all good?
I hope so.
Yeah, let me know when you're ready to go. Let's start.
I can, do you have a pen?
Yes.
For now,
There you
and then
go.
while I set this up, and then we can get going. Sorry, you think they're all in my car.
You're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. All right, welcome everybody. We'll start with a roll call. I'm Chase, I'm the library director, and I'm present. We have Julie.
No. Julie, I'm here.
Okay, Chanel. Denise. Malcolm. Melody. Present is present. Yep. Yep. And then Jesse. Crystal.
Here.
And Kalani.
Present.
Perfect. So to get started, you all should have a packet in front of you. It is in order. So if you just go down the list, that's the order in which all of our different items. So we'll start with reports. And first off, our city council representative, Councilwoman Gochis, do you have anything to report to the library board?
Yes, we had a really good city council meeting yesterday, and if any of you would like to watch it, it's on YouTube. You can go to the Tooele City channel, and the mayor delivered the state of the city report. And so it's all of the things that she's accomplished during her tenure, which is coming up on 8 years. She's not going to run again. And so even though it lasted about 35 minutes, it didn't include everything that has been accomplished in that amount of time. We've seen tremendous commercial growth in Tooele City, which is just really nice for our tax base. Today we attended a ribbon cutting that was out at the Peterson Industrial Depot. The company is called Central States, and they manufacture like sheeting material, the outside material for buildings and garage doors and things like that. This company is employee owned. It's not company owned, and so everybody that works for them earns like profit sharing. And so it's really exciting to have this business there. It's going to employ about 95 people. And along with that business brings metal sheeting by rail to the company, and then it's going to go out the back door by truck. And we're also going to get a trucking company, JB Hunt, is going to locate in Tooele. That's also a big win for Tooele. So, you know, we're just really seeing a lot of growth. Of course, you've seen the Founders Point opening with the Hobby Lobby and the stores and businesses that are opening there. Smith's has announced that they will be open in December, and that's fast.
Even earlier.
Right, and we have, you know, and it's a fuel center, has 12 different buildings on the outside. So, you know, we just really feel like we're moving in a positive direction. So if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
According to the economic development director, he said that our Chili's had the second busiest opening week of any Chili's that's been opened in the United States, and they were only short by $4,000 of being number one.
Wow.
So
Wow.
we'd be hungry for Chili's in Tooele.
Oh, it's always busy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, okay. Anything else? Or?
Great. No, that concludes my report.
Okay.
Unless you have any questions.
Thank you. All right, so now for my report or my comments. So I have a copy of it. You all should have a copy of my comments. So the biggest thing is we had summer reading since we last had met. So summer reading was a success. We had 3,185,738 minutes read, which was 300,000 more than last year. So give or take 10% more than last year. So we keep growing. We had 1,671 participants of all ages, which is 142 more than last year. So still growing there as well. And then let me just pull this up really fast on my computer, and I can tell you some other cool statistics from this last year to this year. So let me reload this. So we had, where did it go? So last year we had 139,349 visits to the library, but this year we had 163,053. So we're definitely growing, and we're about hitting what we were pre-COVID. So it seems like we finally recovered that feet on the ground, people in the building metrics that we had pre-COVID. It's interesting. It's like the use is different. Like we have a lot more people that just come in for the Wi-Fi rather than using our computers. Like I talked to staff, and they said there'd be a line to use the computer lab.
How do you count a person?
So on the front door, there's a little laser
There is a
that
counter.
every time as people come in and go out, it counts those. So, yeah, so we have a lot more people that have their own devices and come and use the Wi-Fi compared to 2019, which I think is just more devices, more people have their own personal computers, tablets, etc. So, I thought that was cool for to share. So yep, we're fully staffed, and then on to some of our building and grant projects. So no current grant projects. I will have more updates in the spring when I get the annual CLEF grant. The other grants are very much in limbo right now with if IMLS gets funded by the federal government or not, because a lot of the grants that the library has gotten in the past were funded through the Institute for Museum and Library Services. However, the Trump administration has requested that it be closed down in the new budget request, but obviously Congress is still fighting about that, so we'll see where that goes. But the CLEF grant is funded by the state, and that has been pretty locked in. So unless the legislature changes something, that one should be guaranteed, and it's about $9,480, and I have some fun plans for that I'll share as we get into the spring. As far as the canopy project is finally done. It took a lot longer than we were hoping, but it's done. It looks great. So if you want to see it, you can go over to the north side of the library. Now our staff can get books from the book drop without worrying about weather, and it provides additional safety from all the snow sliding off of that big metal roof. We also added another book drop because what we were finding was that on the 3-day, the holiday weekend specifically, that book drop would just get maxed out, and then DVDs would get squished and things like that. So it was especially bad when we had to close that book drop, and the only one we had was this little one up front, and it was not designed to handle all the traffic. So we did add a book drop there, and there's plenty of room that if we needed to make it even bigger, we can. So planning for the future. And then we've also converted the north side to fully waterwise landscaping, and then now the north side of the parking lot, that big strip along right next to the those condos over there, the city owns everything from the fence to the parking lot. And so we're xeriscaping that as well, so that they should be starting on that on Monday. So it'll save water and hopefully time and money on behalf of our Parks Department over the long term. And then we've ordered 3 picnic tables, 2 of which are going to go over next to the Buffalo, and then 1 will be a staff picnic table so they can have lunch and relax in the shade out there on the north side of the building. The big event highlights that we have coming up is we have Haunted Historic Park is coming up. That's always our big October event. Look on the library's website for information about that. We've got lots of our teen times, our tween time, all those different age group activities. Just keep an eye out on the website for that. And then today we're going to be doing some policy changes. However, these are all minor tweaks, and then there's just one new policy. So we'll get to those as we get to those. So, any questions or comments on or for me about any of those things? Okay. All right. So next on the agenda is the public comment period. So seeing no one else here, I think we can go ahead and we'll skip the public comment period as it's not needed. And then, so discussion items. So this is our discussion and action items. Is we ought to welcome some new board members. So we have with us today, we've got Denise, Jesse, and Kalani. If we want to go around and let's go around, and if everyone could just do a brief introduction, and then we have to discuss the various board positions. So you all get a fight over these 3. But so Julie, if you want to start and just introduce yourself, and we'll go around.
Specific.
Just your
Just
name,
my
and
name?
then maybe
Okay.
a quick background of why you love the library.
I'm Julie. And I love the library because I was raised going to the library all the time. And I have 3 kids, and now they love the library.
Yeah.
So we kind of live here.
Yep, you are in here a
all the
lot.
time.
So
Yes,
that's good.
yep.
So.
I have a toddler that's loud. And I go, shh, all the time. It's great.
I'm Chanel Roth. I've always loved the library as well. I used to spend my summers riding my bike 1.5 miles to the library to be able to keep myself in books. And now I can just drive. It's awesome. And this summer and last year, I spent a lot of time in the library doing preschool for my granddaughter from the resources here.
Awesome.
Denise Hall, grew up in a day where you had to go to the library to do any of your homework or your reports, and I just love the library. I love card catalogs. It's so weird, but yeah. But they're really good.
Malcolm Walden, this is my second go-round. I was on the library board for 12 years ago. Back in the old library, participated in the book carry to bring here to the new one. And when I found out from Chase that they're now quarterly meetings instead of monthly meetings, decided that I could try to do this again.
Okay.
I'm Melody Gotchis. I'm on the Tooele City Council, so I'm the council liaison. I also have a special love for library. My mother was a bookmobile librarian in Grantsville for over 40 years. And so we grew up with the bookmobile, with interlibrary loan, and anything that you could wanted, you know, we had access to. So I have a love for that. My grandmother also was a school teacher. So,
I'm Jessie Lloyd, and I just like coming here because my kids get so excited about all these books they can look at, and it's a chance to get out of the house for them. I love it, so they're coming.
I'm Crystal Lorimer. We love the library because when we were very poor, this was the only way that my children could get books to read, other than the ones that we had been gifted. So kind of holds a special place in my heart. And when my AC went out, there was free AC here. So.
All the resources. Kalani Mascherino. I also love the library. I volunteer with the Friends of the Library. I took a break over the summer because I still have kids at home and a lot of other things going on. But I love to help in there, and I love all the other ladies and Dutch that help in there. So, and I love Canopy, and everybody should sign up and use it. I make everybody use it.
It's funny. Its use is kind of just held steady. Like we peaked, and then it's stayed steady. Like about half of our checkouts of DVDs. So and it's relatively inexpensive compared to DVDs. So
Yeah.
it's working out well. And I'm Chase Randall. You all should have already known me. I recruited basically almost all of you or talked with you. And I've been the director now for 2.5 years, coming up on 2.5 years. So time flies when you're having fun. So, so you all should have a copy of the Tooele City Public Library Board bylaws. So I'm not going to take the time to read all of this, just so that we don't spend all night here. But I would ask that you all take a time to read this, and we are going to read just one section that talks about the duties of the chair, the vice chair, and the secretary, because we do have to hold elections for those. And we follow the Roberts Rules of Order for how we handle the meetings. So generally it's the chair or the vice chair that directs the meetings. So let's read that. It's Article 3, composition, and then we'll discuss voting on chair, vice chair, and secretary. So it says, Section 1, the board is comprised of officers, members, and if available, student interns. Officers of the board are chair, vice chair, and secretaries. All officers must be members of the board. Elections for board officers are held during the May board meeting, but we obviously didn't do that. The duties of the chair shall include preside at all board meetings, appoint all committees and committee chairs, authorize call for board meetings, prepare for all board meetings in consultation with the library director, provide leadership, guidance, and counsel to the board, track individual board members' tenure and/or board vacancies, preparation and presentation of reports that express the will of the board as necessary or requested. The duties of the vice chair are to preside and carry out the chair's duties when the chair is absent. And then Section 5, the duties of the secretary include keeping true and accurate minutes of board meetings and prepare the minutes for review and approval at the next board meeting. And then submit approved minutes to the library director for retention. And it goes on to explain a bunch of other things. What are the duties of a board member? I'll let you all can review those and let me know if you have any questions. It has been a while since these bylaws were last updated. I believe this version is from 2016. So as you're reviewing that, if you want to bring it up for discussion in our next board meeting of any possible modifications to these bylaws, we can definitely discuss those. And as far as how I fit in, essentially I'm the professional representative. So I don't actually vote. I just present information, answer questions, and just help work with the chair to help with the meetings. And I believe, Councilwoman Gochis, that you are not eligible to be any of the three officers because you're the designated city council representative. I think it says that down somewhere in the bylaws. But so, does anyone have any questions or anything they'd like to discuss before we cage match to figure out who's doing the different jobs? Okay. All right, so which should we start with first? Do we want to start with chair?
That would seem to make sense.
Okay. Is there any motions? Is there any nominations for chair? You can do a self-nomination, just has to be seconded.
I'm just gonna do it. Do you want to be the chair, Crystal? What do you want to be?
Connie, this is not how this works.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to know when to nominate you.
We should have had a conversation before this meeting, if that's where we're at.
Wall of silence.
I would like to nomination as
I second
chair, if she will accept the nomination.
Well, I have some personal issues going on right now. I was diagnosed with cancer this spring, so I would probably decline.
Okay.
Okay.
You should.
Not clue what I'm doing.
Neither did you learn by doing.
I nominate Denise for chair, library board chair, if she accepts.
Like I said, I'm happy to do it. I don't know anything.
Okay. No, that's why we got the trainings and I sent those
Yeah,
those
I want
videos
to.
and things. So,
I will second the nomination.
okay. Is there any other nominations?
You know y'all want to do it.
Okay. All right. So, on the subject of, I don't see. I think you're running unopposed at this point. So I think we can just do a voice vote. Then all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All in favor say nay. I mean all against nay. Okay. By unanimous vote, Denise is our chair. So, all right, and then so technically I'd turn the meeting over to you, but I'll walk you through it for the first time, and then we'll
Baptism by fire.
we'll ease you in. So now for vice chair. So remember, vice chair, to repeat, is the duties of the vice chair to preside and carry out the chair's duties when the chair is absent. So you can either do a lot or very little. It's kind of no middle ground. But would anyone, any nominations for vice chair? She nominated you, so you nominated her.
Fair game, right?
Retaliation. I don't think so. How long do they stay the chair?
So I think it's,
Does it say the term?
so it's every year.
Because it said in May, right? that you
Yeah,
do
so a
elections?
term for board membership is three.
Three
Okay,
years.
that's for being on the board.
Board, but being the chair is how long?
Let me
So
double
it
check.
said elections are held in the May board meeting, so it'd be every year, right?
So you just cut your term in half. Oh, just kidding. You missed a couple months.
I thought it was.
It makes it sound annual, like if it's
Yeah,
every
I think
May.
That's what I.
Yeah, I think what we've done is like no one wanted to change, so we just were like, okay.
I would just keep it. Okay.
So yeah, so I think it's annually then that you can, so annually.
I'll nominate you on.
Are you accepting this nomination?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any other nominations?
Second.
Okay, seconded. Okay, going once, going twice.
You know, I can't, I have to apologize. I can't hear what people
Oh,
are saying.
sorry. Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh,
if you would just do me the favor of raising your voices a little bit, that would be really, really nice.
So Kalani has been nominated for
Okay.
vice chair.
Vice chair.
And we're waiting if anyone else would like to do it. Okay. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All against? Okay. There you go. Okay, and then secretary. So the duties of the secretary include keeping true and accurate minutes of board meetings, prepare the minutes for review and approval at the next board meeting, and submit approved minutes to the library director for retention. Was there any nominations?
I nominate Julie Bruff.
I second.
Do you accept the
I
nomination?
accept.
Okay,
I can
thank
do
you.
that.
Any other nominations? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Okay, Julie, congratulations. You kind of asked.
That's pretty good. Last two. I'm
No,
glad
but-
you didn't go like, please don't over. 'cause
No,
I
please.
took notes
say-
the last 2 months and learned 2
No,
times.
thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, okay, thank you all. Next, so now some policy changes. So this first one is actually not a change, it is a brand new policy. So a little bit of context for the purpose, for the reason that we're discussing this brand new policy, which is the privacy policy. I think it is coming down
James,
the.
I apologize. I've got company coming. I'm going
Okay.
to have to go ahead and leave
Okay.
here. I wanted to stay.
Okay, you're good then? Okay. So the reason for this policy is that I think it's gonna be coming down the line that it'll be required by the state, just based on the auditor's office sent a survey to all the libraries in Utah asking for a bunch of information, one of which the questions was, do you have a privacy policy? And while we were kind of governed by the city, we didn't have a library-specific privacy policy. And especially with data and AI and all that stuff, privacy policies are a hot topic right now. So I decided to make sure that we were on top of that, and I drafted this. So let's read through it, and if you have any questions, concerns, or issues, please let me know. The Tooele City Public Library is committed to protecting the privacy and confidentiality of patron records. This policy is based on the U.S. Constitution and Utah's Government Records Access and Management Act, GRAMA. The staff members and volunteers shall endeavor to protect information about library patrons, their requests for information and materials, the online sites and resources they access, and their lending transactions. Section 1, GRAMA. The Utah Government Records Access and Management Act, Utah Code, and this Tooele City Ordinance 1-23 establishes criteria and procedures relating to the classification and disclosure of government records. Under this act, records of publicly funded libraries that, when examined alone or with other records identify a patron, are classified as private. These records may only be released as proved by this act. 1.2. Patron records shall not be provided to or shared with another governmental entity, government-managed corporation, political subdivision, the federal government, or another state unless pursuant to a court order, legislative subpoena, or otherwise as required by law. The Tooele City Public Library does not sell, lease, or otherwise distribute or disclose patron information to outside parties. Any questions on Section 1? Okay. Collection of non-personal information. The Tooele City Public Library may collect website data in a form that does not permit direct association with any specific individual. The following are some examples of non-personal information that may be collected and how the library may use it. Information such as refer URL and locations to the library can better understand patron acquisition and traffic to the website. Information regarding patron activities on the library web pages. This information is aggregated and used to understand which parts of the library's website, products, and services are of most interest. Aggregated data is considered non-personal information for the purposes of the privacy policy. The Tooele City Public Library collects and stores details of how the website is used, including search queries. This information may be used to improve the relevancy of the content provided on the library's website. Cookies and other technologies. The Tooele City Public Library's website, online services, interactive application, email messages, and advertisements may use cookies and other technologies such as pixel tags and web beacons. These technologies help create a better understanding of user behavior and interests, locate which part of the library's website people have visited, and facilitate and measure the effectiveness of advertisements and web searches. Tooele City Public Library treats information collected by cookies and other technologies as non-personal information. Tooele City Public Library also uses cookies and other technologies to remember personal information when you use our website. If you want to disable cookies in your browser, check with your provider to find out how to disable cookies. The Tooele City Public Library gathers some information automatically and stores it in log files. This information includes browser type and language, referring to exit websites, operating system, date timestamp, and clickstream data. This information is used to understand and analyze trends, administer the site, learn about patron behavior on the site, and gather demographic information about our user base. The library may use this information in its marketing and advertising services. Various third-party websites may be linked to the library's website. Many of these sites are not subject to Utah's annotated code and may not be subject to other sections of Utah code or federal law. Visitors to those sites are advised to check the privacy statements of these sites and understand how personal identifiable information will be used. Any questions, concerns, or comments?
There used to be a period at the end of this.
Am I missing a
noticed
period?
3.2.
Yep.
Let me fix that. Right.
You know, those like don't
I just have a question.
Yes.
So when you draft something like this, do you then consult with like the city attorney?
Yes. So the city attorney has reviewed it. Obviously, we apparently missed a period. But yeah, so I've already reviewed it with the mayor and with the city attorney.
Okay.
And I also reviewed this one with our city's IT director, just to
okay.
make sure they all had
Good
given it
idea.
the thumbs up. So it's basically codifying like what we already do, but it's just making it explicit as a policy, searchable on the website. Did you have any other questions or anything?
No, that was.
Okay. Okay. I guess can I have a motion to approve it?
I make a motion to approve the Tooele City Public Library privacy policy as presented with the addition of a period at 3.2.
I'll second it.
Okay. And then, so we'll go around. Denise, yay or nay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. I hear all yays and no nays. So. Okay, thank you. So that's privacy policy. Next is the internet access and computer use policy. So I know we just reviewed this one in May. However, the reason that I'm bringing it to you all today is that the state has requested a change, and then the city attorney, upon re-review of it, requested one other minor change. So that's why we're back again. So if you all turn to section 2.0, in order for us to fully qualify for all of our grants and stuff, they requested that we have this exact sentence in our policy. So that's under section 2.1, you can see that we've added a sentence. It says, the Tooele City Public Library is in compliance with the Children's Internet Protection Act, or SEPA. So they just needed that exact verbiage. So we added that in. And then if you look, we've added a section 2.3, and this was just requested by the city attorney. It said, in support of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPA, library employees will not assist patrons under the age of 13 to set up any account that involves two-way communication. And then as a matter of practice, I've just told staff, don't help minors set up accounts. End of story. Because you never know who they're messaging, right, and all that stuff. So, okay, that's it. Those are the only two changes. Is there any questions, concerns, or comments on that one? Okay. All right, can I get a motion?
I will motion to approve the changes to the Tooele City Public Library Internet Access and Computer Use Policy.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. And then, okay, let's vote.
Yay.
Yay?
Yay.
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 Perfect. All right, next is the lost and found policy. So this is the first revision to this policy since we enacted it in early 2024. And yes, I see that.
Yeah, at the top.
Right at the top.
Just living in the
Jiminy
future.
Christmas. I swear I reviewed these. I
20,
promise.
I don't even know how to say that.
2,000. 20,000.
20,204.
That's a long time away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Planning for the future.
It's also not month one. Did you say month one?
Is this effect? Like,
no, that was when it was
Oh,
first.
that's the effective.
Oh,
in
okay.
Oh,
place.
so the revision date, that would be
Yes,
today.
I'm gonna
Today.
Okay,
update
got it.
that. After we're done voting on everything, I'm gonna go through and if you'll bear with me for a couple minutes while because I didn't know like who was gonna be the chair and stuff like that. So I gotta do all that formatting, print it out, you guys will sign it, and then you'll be able to go home.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the only change to this policy is our section 2.2, and it's just adding the word disposable beverage containers, because this section says perishable items such as food, disposable beverage containers, and personal care items are not considered lost and found items and will be disposed of immediately. So apparently there was a staff member that had been interpreting beverage containers and was equating a tumbler and like that water bottle. And obviously a patron was not happy that we threw away 2 tumblers. So
Oh.
to avoid all confusion, just making
Yeah.
it explicit that we'll throw away your McDonald's cup, but we won't throw away your tumbler unless you don't come pick it up for the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So anyway, any questions on that? Okay, can I get a motion?
I will motion to accept the update to the lost and found policy of the Tooele City Public Library as of this date.
I'll second the motion.
Perfect. And then all for,
Yay.
Yay.
any nays? Okay. All right, lastly is the standards of conduct policy. So just two tweaks to the policy. One is we've added a section 1.6, and this new sentence says library users will not make misrepresentations or provide false information to the library in any way during programs or while using any library services. We just had an issue of people saying they were a different age than they were in order to get into a program, because we limit programs according to age ranges, and then also issues of people providing false information during summer reading, or for example, if someone lies about their address while getting a card in order to try and not pay the non-resident fee, for example. So this is just adding that in. It's kind of was already implied, but just want to make it explicit that if you do lie to us in the course of or make those false representations, then that could lead you to being suspended from the library or expelled or whatever the punishment is. So that's change number 1. And then change number 2 is all the way at the end of the policy in section 12. I just added a couple sentences to section 12. And the added sentences, so this section is, I'll just read the whole section to provide the context. Any person who is indefinitely expelled from the library or whose access to library services is revoked under this policy may appeal these actions in writing directly to the library director. The director may conduct an investigation of the facts and circumstances surrounding the expulsion or revocation. The director will make a written determination and mail it to the appealing person within a reasonable period of time to the person's address as contained in library records. The director is not required to conduct a hearing before issuing the determination. Only one appeal may be filed per calendar year, and an appeal may only be considered if at least 6 months have passed since the expulsion or revocation of access to library services has occurred. So just to make sure that if any of the people that I have expelled, that they can only appeal once a year, and they do have to wait at least 6 months before they can appeal being expelled. So it's like we can't kick you out one day and then you immediately appeal the next day. We got to give you at least
Day after day.
6 months to cool off, and you can't harass me with appeals. I have not had anyone appeal in my 2.5 years. I haven't had to kick out very many people either.
I was gonna say, how many people, like, what's your average?
I think I've expelled like 3 or 4. I can count on one hand. I have to look in my spreadsheet, but more were expelled before me. That's part of what led to my hiring. More people needed to be expelled, but I think the word got around that like you can't come and do a drug deal in the bathroom. So that's been good. We have not had that happen.
So how do you enforce the expulsions?
Just staff know. They see the people every day, so it's like, oh, Johnny Ringo's back, and hey, and we had someone that
Wanted
was.
posters. Do you have pictures of the back?
I mean, we do, but we don't. We leave them up just until we'd say, hey, this person has been expelled for this. If you see this person, inform at management. We take them down. They're not up for all the time. But no, so we did have someone come in that had been expelled prior to my time, and it was just a simple case. It was just, hey, you're not allowed to be in here. Here's a copy of the policy if you want to talk. And he hasn't emailed me. That individual has not emailed me or contacted me in any way. But generally, people have been pretty good about not coming back that we have expelled. So
How long does the expulsion last?
until they appeal.
Really?
That's been my thing. It's like if you want to appeal, you can. But that's one of the things that I did update with the policy the last time we did this update, I think, was to make that appeal process a little easier as well. Because I'm like, yeah, if you were being a dumb teenager, right, and you come back 5 years later, like, hey, can I come to the library? Sure, right? Like, let's evaluate and see what the issue was, what caused the initial expulsion. But like I said, I haven't had anyone appeal.
And you don't have an appeal board,
It's just me, yeah. It's just me, and then, in the policy, it's just me. So.
What is the reasonable period of time?
Which?
Oh, a couple sentences before this piece that you added. The director will make a written determination and mail it to the appealing person within a reasonable period of time.
Yeah, I mean, I would say probably, I think it would depend on, like, why did they get expelled? Like, right, if I need to interview staff or follow up or view camera footage, for example. That's the wording is just a little bit vague to give me that leeway of like,
sure.
Oh no, this one you were literally committing a crime, so no, right? Like, as an example, you were trying to do a drug deal in the bathroom. No, I'm not letting you back in. Versus, oh hey, this person said this and did that. Then that gives me that leeway. So if I need to investigate more, I can. Or if it's not, it's clear cut or whatever it might be. So.
Teresa, I have a question. Do you have any problems with loitering, like people who are homeless coming into the library?
So we occasionally do, but not really.
And I was wondering, like tonight, you pull up and there's the van in the parking lot that looks like it's been here for a while.
So the van's a good example because they move regularly.
Okay.
So.
But they come back regularly?
So yeah, that's where there's a little bit of gray area there. We keep an eye on it. If we have had the police come and find whose car was like left overnight at the library before. We have had people that are homeless come in, but our thing is like as long as they're not bothering anybody, right? That they're behaving with all of our standards of conduct, it's not a problem. I mean, the one person that like tried to steal books, for example, that person got expelled. This was like I saw it in 2016. It was on the. It was in the spreadsheet that I was reading of like, this person got expelled because she literally had a bag full of books that she was trying to leave the library or things like that. So as long as the homeless individuals aren't causing them trouble, that they're not camping out in the library, they're fine. Or if smell is an issue, that it's disturbing to other people. I know that, I think Jesse, you were here with my wife when there was one patron that I did have to talk to about smell.
You told me about it.
I thought you were here, were you in it? Anyway, that like I could visibly see her like walk away from the person, and I was like, what's going on? So there, I have had to talk to people about that the smell cannot. I think that the verbiage in section 1 is shall not unreasonably disturb others is what is the verbiage. So we give people plenty of warnings. The people that I have expelled, they had their chances, and I gave them probably even more than what is technically technically allowed in some cases. But yeah, it's just you've crossed the line, you got your 3 strikes, and we're done. You had your chance. So okay. Any other questions on that or? Okay. All right. Well, and on that note, I don't know if the Salt Lake City PD about 6 months ago, they put out a post that they did an operation on Library Square in Salt Lake, and they canvassed the whole library grounds and had like 17 arrests and like 4 felonies and like, I was just like,
I had to go to a class there in one of their auditoriums, and it was scary because you had to park underneath, and I was like, why are we having this class here? And people were screaming inside, like it was
yeah,
crazy.
no, I'm very grateful that I'm not over
Yeah.
there. I went there for a training as well, and the bathroom had a big sign on it, like no laundering and no smoking. I walked in and
Yeah, it was
yeah.
crazy.
San Diego's downtown library has cutouts in the bathroom stalls so they can like peek in. Make sure no one's doing anything. In the top of the doors. It's a
God.
square cutout, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my
So-
gosh.
Yeah.
It's like no
So
one looked at
we
these.
have it really good
Yes.
into
Yes.
we're doing pretty
Yeah.
good over here.
It
So
was-
my goal is that I want everyone to feel safe coming to the library. That people can come here, they can study. If you're trying to come during story time, I don't know how high quality that studying is going to be, but still, that's just for an hour. You can wait, right? But I want everyone to feel comfortable coming to the library, and that's one of my big goals. So, okay, any questions, concerns about standards of conduct? Okay, can I get a motion?
I make a motion
Okay.
that the standards of conduct policy draft as we adopt it as presented
Yeah, just with the changes as
with the changes for the
Okay.
Tooele City Public Library.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All against say nay. Okay, it's passed unanimously. All right, and then we have the minutes from our May 15th meeting. If anyone saw anything that needs to be changed or fixed, speak now. Okay. And I need a motion to adopt the minutes as presented. If you want a second to review them, that's fine.
I will motion.
Second.
Okay. All in favor of adopting the minutes as presented?
Aye.
Any against? Okay. All right.
I know I'm supposed to if you make
So our
it,
next
but
meeting,
I know.
we meet once a quarter. So our next quarter would be the October, November, December. I generally we've done in the past where we meet in October, so that way we're not even
Close to December.
getting in the way of November or December. Does anyone have an issue with the October 16th?
That's fall break.
Oh,
So that would be an issue then.
it's the garlic class for the Garden Association.
What about the
And I'm
23rd?
the president, so I gotta
I'll
go.
be gone.
It's
That-
a
Oh, I'll be gone.
Republican Central Committee meeting, if anybody.
Okay.
On the 23rd.
What about the 30th? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I guess we could. I mean,
And we could do that the first week in
I was gonna
November.
say November 6th.
oh, November
You're
6th.
not into
Yeah, November
holidays.
6th is wide open for me.
I have a commitment, but
Yeah, I mean,
You're never gonna get all of us, Chase.
yeah. Well, I mean, hey, we
We all
got
kinda
very.
did.
I mean, some of the time.
7.5.
I don't know. I mean, because I don't know what else. I mean, I don't know what I'd present if we had it.
If we have it too soon, you're not gonna have anything to say.
Yeah, there's not much to say. So I mean, I guess if we wanted to, if we voted, we could just schedule for January. Just put it past the holiday season.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So January 22nd. No, actually 15th. Which would be better, January 15th or 22nd?
I'm out of town on the 15th.
Is that the long weekend for,
It's not long.
Yes.
It's just
Well, yeah, because it's Martin Luther
Okay.
King
It's just Martin
Yeah.
Luther King Day
on the 19th.
Oh, do they
But there
get
should
school
be.
out on the 16th or no?
Not that I
Okay.
know of.
I homeschool, so I don't know.
Not according to the Tooele School District calendar.
Okay. So would it be better the 15th or the 22nd?
Right now, either
I'm
are
out of
open.
town on the 15th.
You're out of
so
town on the 15th.
I'm
good with any.
either way.
Would anyone have any issue with the 22nd?
No?
Okay, all in favor of the 22nd?
Perfect.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. I will send you all that invite for the 22nd. Just make that real fast. Okay. So let's mark that down. So January 22nd at 7 p.m. And we will see everyone there.
Sweet.
Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Make-
Okay, all right, so don't leave. Oh, so all in favor of adjourning?
Melody?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
So hold on, before you leave real quick, I gotta update and I gotta print out the policies real quick. So we got our board chair of Denise Hall. And then